Good evening, everyone. I'm Michelle from Maryland Consultancy. So today we have arranged an exciting session for all the Sri Lankan students and parents. We have got Dr. James Reagan, Assistant Principal at Union Catholic School, and then Mrs. Jennifer Dixon, Director of International Program and Director of School Counseling. So, hello, Mr. James, and then Mrs. Jennifer. Uh, I know it is afternoon to you, so how is everything over there?
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having us, Michelle. We are very, very excited to present Union Catholic, a co-ed high school in the state of New Jersey in the United States of America.
We're doing great. We're looking forward to meeting some of your students, and we are open to answering any questions or anything that comes up for any of your families.
Great. So I would like to hand over the proceeding to Dr. James Reagan and Mrs. Jennifer. Over to you.
Great, thank you. So we'd like to show a little bit of a video about our school so that you can see what our school looks like and get a feeling for what everyday life at Union Catholic is like.
Since the doors first opened on Martine Avenue in Scotch Plains, New Jersey, Union Catholic has been inspiring students to become all God calls them to be. For over 50 years, UC has been creating a progressive, student-centered learning environment where a new generation of students make it a priority to combine academics with faith, service, and friendship in building their 21st century community. UC students study with purpose, live life with enthusiasm and integrity, and want to make a difference in the world as they achieve their very own dreams. Let Union Catholic bring out the best in you. When I came to the UC Open House, I really felt this sense of family environment, and I felt the close-knit community, and that's really what solidified my decision in choosing UC.
Transitioning from public to private school, I was nervous. It's been easy to make friends because everybody is just so supportive of each other.
I think the Catholic education definitely nurtures you more and prepares you better for the world.
So even before this pandemic occurred, Union Catholic was geared to have virtual classes through Zooms and chats, and even keeping office hours. Teachers have remained extremely accessible.
I am very grateful for all the staff here that's been working so hard to make sure that we are comfortable and safe.
When I walk into the classroom of today, I see collaborative learning and I see all kinds of interaction occurring with all kinds of technologies.
Every year, the school is continuing to expand its reach to achieve new goals and to never stop becoming a better version of themselves. We're seeing now the reliance on technology, especially in 2020, and I believe our students are even more capable because of their exposure from freshman year on. I'm an English teacher, so I like to incorporate poetry throughout the year. Padlet is this really cool integrated tool where students can be assigned almost like a virtual discussion board. So it's really providing awesome opportunities for students to collaborate with one another, use technology, and also just be exposed to some really important work in the English curriculum.
I've grown up with technology, I've grown up with computers, and I find that it's much, much more convenient than a pencil and paper. And I think just having everything in front of you, being able to access it with just a click is really simple and easy.
Whatever it is that the teacher is trying to incorporate into their lesson, whatever device it is they're using, Union Catholic will have that opportunity, and the students of Union Catholic will have that opportunity to use the tools of their generation.
I would say our student activities program sets us apart as a Catholic high school here in the state of New Jersey. We have over 40 40 different offerings. Students are able to initiate their own clubs, their own activities.
So I started doing PAC my sophomore year, and it was really fun because everyone there is just kind of silly and having a good time, but you also get to experience choreo and singing and acting, and it's just a really great environment there. I started doing lacrosse my sophomore year, and I fell in love with it.
My experiences here consist of cross country and indoor and outdoor track, and I love this every year.
Their volleyball team here really drew me to their school. I always attended a lot of Union Catholic's volleyball camps, and they hold them all year round, especially during the summer. And even before I went to high school, this was a great way and a great opportunity for me to see all of the coaches and all of their students here. And I always was inspired by them, so I always dreamed of becoming one of the volleyball players on the team.
I'm involved in the SMAC Club, Student Movement Against Cancer. We have virtual club periods, which is a great way for students to still engage in our club. It's been amazing so far.
I specifically enjoy Multicultural Club serving as president because I know that Union Catholic is engorged with various backgrounds of different students, and it's very in-depth with the kinds of diversity that other schools should prioritize.
To any incoming freshmen, I would encourage them to be involved and to be outgoing and to go out of their comfort zone a little bit and try something new.
I can definitely say I was super nervous coming into a new school that I didn't really know. In the end, I've made some really great lifelong friends, and I'm involved in things I didn't think I would be a part of.
Back in 1972, when I decided to enroll at Union Catholic, I suspected that choice would define my next 4 years. I just had no idea how that decision would then actually shape my life.
It's not just about academics, it's not just about sports, it's not just about the extras, it's all of it combined. And I think the community here is exceptional. The teachers, the parents, you feel like you belong here and you feel like you're part of it.
If you want to lead, you need to act upon it.
To act upon it, you need to be inspired.
To be inspired, you need to be supported.
To be supported, you need each other.
With each other, you build respect.
With respect comes excellence.
And excellence leads to success.
We are UC.
Okay. So that's just a little.
Yes, Mrs. Jennifer. And so actually, I would like to remind again, so we are having a session with Union Catholic School and you are getting first-hand information. So please join with us, and if you do have any questions, kindly leave a message on the chat box. We will answer you on the end of the session. Again, it's over to you, Ms. Jennifer.
Thank you. And so we have students from all over the world who join us internationally each year. And we have an abundance of support for students at every level. So students who are looking to prepare for college, this is the place to be. We have AP prep classes where students can actually earn college credits while they're in high school. And we also have classes where students who might just be getting used to the English language and might need some more support, we also have services to support them. We offer ESL classes as well as international support for our students. So we have an abundance of help and support for any student who's interested in learning more about Union Catholic, as well as the enrollment process.
And I just wanted to add that we are located in suburban Scotch Plains, New Jersey, which is 25 miles south of New York City. We are in a very safe suburban community, which is Scotch Plains. We are also very, very close to Middlesex County and the towns of Edison and Island, just to give an idea as to exactly where we are located.
Okay, so Dr. James, if we look at, let's say, a Sri Lankan market, so what are the age ranges that we are looking at in order to get admission for Union Catholic School? and then the minimum qualification and English proficiency requirement.
Great. We are a co-educational high school, grades 9 through 12. And I'll allow Mrs. Dixon to talk more specifically about the qualifications.
So grades 9 through 12 usually means students are about 13 or 14 years old and can come till they're about 19 years old. Some students will choose to repeat a grade in the United States. So maybe they finished 11th grade in Sri Lanka. They can repeat 11th grade if they would like to do that. So we'll look at each application on an individual basis. We do require an interview with the student. And it's really just to get to know the student and to have the ability to ask them some questions and for them to ask questions of us. And in the past, we did request a foreign language test to really look at language ability. However, we do know that times are difficult right now and some test centers may not be open. So if a student cannot take a test, that is okay. We'll assess your language ability through our interview. And again, we always tell students not to be worried. You do need to have conversational English because all of your classes will be with American students, with English language teachers. However, you will have ESL classes. So a student who might have more trouble with the language might take 4 classes of ESL throughout the week, which will help with their other courses. Students who have a proficient level of English and might be in higher level classes might need less support. However, all students will take an international support period, which will help them get involved in the school. So it will help them remember all of the student activities that are coming up, everything that they might want to get involved in, because most students, we do understand, are looking to go on to college and are looking for the experience of being an American high school student. And so we really want to help them really gain all of the great things that Union Catholic has to offer, both inside and outside of the classroom. So on our website, we do have an admissions tab. That's unioncatholic.org. And under the admissions tab, there's a specific international admissions application and information that all students can access to get more information about the requirements and so forth.
Okay. Meanwhile, I would like to know, like, how is the accommodations and is there any host families that taking care of the students, or can the students travel with the parents?
That's a great question. So we do work with homestay agencies who will work directly with your agency and with the family to find an appropriate homestay agency. If a family would like to come and live here with their student and they're able to get those visas and come here as a family to stay, students are more than welcome to stay with their family. Our requirements are just that that student has a guardian living with them because we want to make sure that that student is safe and has all their needs met. So we want to make sure that there is an adult that's responsible for them. So if it's not a parent that's here with them, we'll help you get set up with a homestay host family that is to your liking. So some students will want to stay with another international student. Other students might want to stay with another American student. Some students may want their own room. Some students may want a pool. So we want to make sure that the students are in the accommodations that they're most comfortable in, and we will work that out with them through some of our agencies that help with homestays.
Okay, so Dr. James, actually a question was coming to my mind that parents are they're a bit worried about their kids when they are like less than 16 years. So let's say, how is the safety and the school environment, and how many nationalities are there? Like, in order to, we would like to know, like, which kind of nationalities are there, like, then we can have an idea how will be the surrounding.
Sure. So let me talk a little bit about the safety of Union Catholic. Again, we're located in a very safe suburban community of Scotch Plains. Union Catholic is one of the leading schools in the state of New Jersey when it comes to school safety. We run a school security and safety drill each and every month. So we go through a number of different situations and scenarios in preparation of any kind of event. We have a number of surrounding school districts who will come to Union Catholic and will witness the way that we run our school safety drills. They will also come and take a look at our school security plans. And a number of schools throughout the state of New Jersey have copied and emulated Union Catholic security plans. So we feel as though we are an extremely safe environment. We talk about school security and safety all of the time within our school, and our teachers are specifically trained in a number of areas when it comes to school safety.
With regard to the diversity, our American students are very diverse, as well as our international students. So one of our proudest achievements is that—
Okay, that's great to hear. Yes, Mrs. Chen.
So we've created an environment where our American students come from many different backgrounds. Their families are often first generation here in the United States. And so the diversity amongst our American students is phenomenal. And so our hope is that we can continue to diversify our international students. We've had students from China, Korea, Vietnam, Italy, Brazil, just to name a few off the top of my head, Australia. Those are just some of the more recent students that we've had at Union Catholic, and we're looking forward to welcoming students from Sri Lanka.
That's great to hear. So we are working towards that. Mrs. Jennifer and Dr. James, so if we talk about the intakes or which month that we are planning to start school, is it on January or February? And the payment structure.
Dr. Regan, do you want to take that?
Sure, yeah. I mean, idealistically, our school year begins in September, and we would prefer a student come in for the entire Union Catholic school year experience. However, we also do have students who start at the mid-year point, which would be in January. So at Union Catholic, we have 2 semesters, one beginning in September, the second one beginning in January. Idealistically, we would prefer students who are going to be at Union Catholic for a number of years and enjoy their entire high school experience for us. But we also have students who are there for junior and senior year or just senior year. So we really try to be as accommodating as possible, looking at what these students are looking for and making sure that it is a match.
Okay. And after completing the high school, is there any pathway programs or university pathway programs or foundations that we can look at?
Are you talking about potentially like the preparation for college for that next step?
Yeah.
So no matter what year a student comes in, whether they're a freshman or whether they're coming in as a senior, we have a counseling staff of 7 counselors. We have 1 counselor who works specifically with our international students and with agencies and colleges that will work specifically to support the international students. The information that we're gathering is that the American colleges and universities are looking to recruit international students directly from the American high schools right now. And that's where they're putting their focus. And so students who are already students in the United States have admissions counselors in the colleges who are specifically looking to build those relationships with our students who are in our schools. So it's really to a student's advantage to come to an American high school and spend maybe their last year or 2 years in an American high school and develop that relationship with the college admissions counselors so that those students can directly be admitted to college. What we found is that students who have at least 2 years of an American high school transcript have a higher chance of getting into a college, and the colleges will often waive the international student requirements of language tests, and so forth, because the student has solid grades for more than a year from an American high school. And so we will work directly with the colleges, the students, and their families to find a good fit for college for that student.
And the students who have graduated Union Catholic through our international program are attending the colleges and universities of their choice throughout the United States. Some stay on the East Coast and attend schools, Ivy League schools such as UPenn and Cornell, New York University. We also have a number of our international students who attend the University of California system and go out to California, Berkeley, UCLA, UC San Diego. We also have a number of students who go to the middle of the country and attend University of Chicago and Purdue University, just to name a few. Mrs. Dixon also has the financial numbers for you. The students in our international program, when they graduate Union Catholic, are receiving major scholarships to colleges and universities as well.
So in the last 5 years, our international students alone have been awarded over $1 million in college scholarships just coming out of high school. And so the students that are attending Union Catholic are getting college scholarships directly from the colleges of their choice.
That's great to hear. And so if you're looking at the closest intake, Mrs. Jennifer, how soon we have to start the process and how long it will take approximately in order to get the admission?
So the sooner the better. We have students that in general in the past, before this pandemic world, would generally start in February or March before September. So now is the perfect time if a student is interested in potentially becoming a student at Union Catholic for September. Now, within the next few months is a great time because we can do the interview process. We can make sure that we process the acceptance letter, and then the student can go through their visa process, and we can make sure that the student has all the documentation that they need in order to become a student and be ready to start. So our school year starts in September, but we do have students come to the United States in August. They start with their host family, they get their uniforms. We do an international student orientation so that that student is well prepared to start school when they come in September. So we bring them through all the rules, all of the things that they need to know. They will get their laptop. So we really try to give them a nice foundation of what it's like to be an American high school student. We connect them with big brothers and big sisters that are other international students who have been through this same process, and to really help them assimilate, to answer any questions that they might have, and to really help them feel comfortable before they even start school in September.
Okay. And so let's say like if the students are interested, so they can go with the admission procedures and we can apply for visa maybe 2 to 3 months before, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I believe that we have received all the information, and I would like to invite all the Sri Lankan students who has completed their ordinary levels, or you are in grade 11 who has passed AS level. So you're most welcome. You can contact us. We will guide you accordingly, and we will connect you with the college. So Mrs. Jennifer, like lastly, before we wind up, what would you like to tell us Sri Lankan students?
What I'd like to share is I have been at Union Catholic for 16 years. I didn't think that I would be there that long, but I've truly found a family of sorts where everyone feels cared about. Everyone is treated as an individual. They're really called to be all that they can be. So whatever their interests are, whatever their abilities are, each student is looked at as an individual and is helped and is guided throughout the time at Union Catholic to be the very best person they can be and to reach the goals that each one of them has individually. And so it's just a really special place. It's a unique place. You'll find many of our teachers actually graduated from Union Catholic. And I think the reason for that is because it is such a special, unique environment for our students.
Yes. Mr. James Reagan. So, what do you think that? What is the best message you can pass it over to Sri Lankan parents?
Mrs. Dixon mentioned that a number of the graduates of Union Catholic come back to work at Union Catholic. I am one of those people. I graduated Union Catholic in 1996 and came right back to Union Catholic after I graduated college. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that it's the place to be. We genuinely care for your student. We treat each and every student as an individual, and we make sure that they grow to the fullest of their potential. We love the location of where we are located, so close to New York City, so close to Philadelphia and Washington, D.C., and we believe that we offer a great opportunity, a well-rounded education for each and every one of our students.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. James Reagan, and thank you so much, Mrs. Jennifer Cho, joining with us today. It's a pleasure having you here today.
Michelle, it was great seeing you again. We really appreciate it. And if there are any questions, please have people feel free to reach out to us.
Sure. Since it's midnight, I believe that tomorrow we will be getting many questions, so I'll pass it over to you.
Great. Thank you so much, Michelle. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Take care.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.